Hello there. So today I am going to do a video on something that I've been super excited about, and that is the winter sowing. So I'm just going to mix up this potting soil here. I put a little water in there, and while I do that, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about winter sowing and why I'm so excited about it, why I'm a favor of it over just growing my seeds indoors. So the benefits of winter soiling are, one, you don't need to find room in your house. You don't have to have grow lights. You don't run the risk of having root rot, which can happen, and you can lose a lot of your seeds that way. And also some of the seeds, the ones that I'm even doing today, you have to harden off, which, if some of you don't know what that is, when you live in like a cold climate like I do, I live in zone 4, once you have your seedlings, and I've transplanted many of them into cups, before you actually sow them into the ground, you have to bring them outside, for like an hour one day, 2 hours the next day, 3 hours. So you have to acclimate them to the cooler temperatures. And like here in North Dakota, it's like so windy even today. It's extreme wind, and then the wind, the chilly weather, and so they get used to the climate. So with winter sowing, you don't have to do that because nature is taking care of that. I was so intrigued when I first heard about this, because I'm like, how can you put seeds out in the dead of winter or in the snow or whatever? And then secondly, I was like, well, can I do it now when, well, I mean, technically it is winter. We've still been having snow, but it's March. So I've been doing a lot of research in that as well. So I am going to start some seeds in March here in North Dakota. We still have a lot of snow. And also you can use things at home that these are little frozen meal. I think they're healthy choice, honestly. I'll just be honest. Containers. So I saved 2 of them, cut a hole in the top of the one, put water drainage at the bottom, and I'm just going to tape them together. So that's one way. I'm just saving those to kind of recycle. This is a bubble bath container. Just cut it open here, threw the top away. Like I said, a lot of people, if you just if you buy the water, I have a water filtration system here, so I don't buy gallons of water. But if you water, juice, anything that it's either clear or like the opaque, so the sun can get through, you can use. So anything like that, 2-liter bottles, I don't really have those either, but I have a few of these because I have some in the garage fridge for in the summer when we have people out, or my grandkids or whatever. So this is just a deli container. I'm gonna soak it some more because get the sticker off. But yeah, so these are deli containers. So these, I'm gonna use. You can, as long as the sun can get through, you're okay. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna use. Oh, and these are the aluminum trays that I got, the clear on top. So as long as the sun can get through, I'm gonna try them out. I haven't seen people use these, but I figured I can put I put a hole in the top and the sun can get through on the top. So yeah, so I'm gonna try these too. All right, so that is the gist about winter sowing. And then you will fill this up, put the seeds in. Now, when I was looking at the videos, when you plant your seeds indoors, you just put 1 or 2 seeds in. They shake them out. So they do use a little bit more seeds for that, but then they just kind of separate them in the spring, or and they plant them right directly into the ground. So you don't have to transplant them. I'm just super excited about this. What you need is your container, your potting soil. Now, just plain, I use organic, so plain organic potting soil, whatever you have. No seed starter, nothing fancy in there, because you're trying to mimic what's out in the earth. So that, then I just watered it. Then you're gonna need some tape. I have duct tape at home, so that's what I'm gonna use. Some people use packing tape. They like to keep it all clear. If you have masking tape and that's what you wanna use, a marker to label what it is. I'm probably gonna write, maybe I'll just write on the duct tape. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna write on the duct tape, and then I also am gonna label for the inside. I dropped one, and just stick it in the inside too, in case for some reason it comes off in the elements. So let's start with choosing one. So you wanna kind of put your soil in about a good third of the way up to the top. And I went through my seeds and picked out a few that I'm gonna do. A lot of my peppers are the ones that actually say they have to be hardened off or put out there. So I'm gonna do some of my peppers in this and see how they fare. I'm kind of excited about that. So then I'm gonna do some lettuce and spinach too. I know I did some early lettuce and some spinach, but my spinach didn't grow so well. So I'm gonna do a little bit of my spinach and lettuce here too. So I think, trying to think of what would be good in this smaller container. These are habanero. I have kids that like hot stuff. and I thought, you know, I am gonna make some good salsa this year. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit across the top like that. And then you can just put like a quarter of an inch on top like this. Just a little, and just pat it down gently. Give it a little drink. And I'm gonna actually take my glove off to tape it, because gloves and tape don't really go well together. So then I'm going to use, so I got it in there. I'm going to use duct tape here. See if I can put it up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I still am very green at this camera. Stuff, you guys. All right, so I'll probably do it in 2 sections. So I'm just gonna take this duct tape. You just wanna make sure it's all closed up around the edges. This one's, oh my gosh, you know what I forgot to do? Is this one was the habanero. Put my little tag in here that I already wrote out and everything. So at least I didn't close it all up. So I'm gonna clip open this side here. And I put the date on there too. Here we go. Sometimes I wonder about myself. So then I'm gonna do another one here. And when you put them outside, you want them to be in a sunny area. It doesn't matter if it snows. I mean, if you have some place where it can be a little bit sheltered from the wind, that's great, but you do want it to be in full sun. So there we go. That's how I did that first one. Okay, and let's see, let's do one more. I'm gonna try this bubble bath container. Let's see, I cut it open. I'm gonna put some, I didn't cut it completely all the way open. I could have cut it a little more. But this is kind of the theory with the milk jugs. And then you fill it like maybe 2 to 3 inches of dirt. I'm gonna do a lot more later. I haven't gotten a lot of my herbs, but I do really want to do a lot of my herbs this way. But I'm still waiting for my order. I don't know what's taking so long. I'm like so patient, but I really do want those herbs to come. I got it like this, filled up there. Then try some, let's do some Little Caesar lettuce in this one. I'm gonna do Caesar lettuce. These are really tiny seeds, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a few in there. And then you don't always have to put an extra little quarter of dirt on there if you cover it, but I just put a little bit on there. All right. Give it a little drink. Then my little tag, which is my little Caesar lettuce. So I'm going to stick that in there. And then I'll just tape it up with my duct tape. Whoop. Trying to not get it all muddy with my hands. Oh, just go for it. You really want to fill the bottle up. And just remember, we want to have, you want to have the lid off and drainage holes in the bottom, because we do want it to get watered. So even if it's snow, and it also gets sun. So these are basically little mini greenhouses is really what it is. So instead of building your own greenhouse, you have all these mini greenhouses and they're growing out in the winter. So that's really what winter sowing is. And then as they grow, they're going to grow up in the top here, and in a few weeks they're going to be ready to just open up. It's going to be like Christmas time. You're going to open up your seedlings, and you can just take them right out of here and put them right in your garden. So that is how we winter sow. Okay, so I'm really excited about that, and we will see what happens when they get older. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Subscribe and share, and if you have any questions, as always, just put them down in the comments and I will be happy to share with you. Have a great day, be blessed, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. So here are the ones that I just finished. In each of those trays there, I have two things. So I have like jalapeno and another thing of hot peppers. Here I have spinach and I think lettuce. Then I have hot peppers there, and then in each of the other ones I have two. So, and then my bubble bath container. So I am going to do more, but I just wanted to show you what it's like, how they are out in the cold. We have a lot of snow. That's why I can't get to my garden shed. So, all right, there you have it. All right, please subscribe and share, and I hope this was helpful for you. Have a great day. Thanks, bye. Okay, so I did get that mixed up. I started putting a little bit of soil in here in this pan. I'm gonna, oops, I don't want that cup here. I'm gonna put a little bit more. So you want to fill it about a good third of the way up. And you can see it is pretty moist. Like it'll form into a ball because you do want it nice and moist in there. So then, and honestly, I'm not gonna I'm gonna pat it down a little bit, but not like solid.